Another guy there were doubts about coming from me, maybe not as many from you, Blake Corum, going to the Rams there, third-round pick. How do you anticipate things are going to go for Blake in L.A.?
I like the fit. I get it that they have Kyren Williams, who was a 1,000-yard rusher last year, like a dominant back, exploded on the scenes. But we've seen in this NFL, like this two-back system work. It can actually benefit you when you have multiple guys that can keep each other healthy throughout the entire season.
Yeah.
So he's probably likely not going to be the starter with Williams coming off a 1,000-yard season. But can he get in that 10 to 15, maybe sometimes upwards of 20 carries a game, depending on the health? Yes. And do I think he can be extremely productive in that role? Yes. I think it's a perfect situation for him. The goal for Blake would be to hit his biggest stride in year 3, year 4, so he can sign a nice deal going into 5 and 6. He's coming off that big knee injury. I love the fit.
Yeah, I think that's the last part of what you said, I think, is the most important part. It's not about necessarily how he starts off with this thing. I think he needs to build and be consistent to a point where people are going to say, all right, like, we know what this guy is, proven commodity. We got to have him around, because we know with running backs, they'll take a dude that they feel like they can get on a little bit of a deal over the high-priced guy just because of how they view that position there. And one of the things I was saying about Blake Corum, when I had the conversation, we had the conversation, a lot of it was about value for me, and a lot of it was about the role for me, because I didn't believe that he was going to walk in day one, be a starting running back in the NFL. Did not think that you should. I thought he was more of a 4th-round pick, but certainly not a 2nd-round pick like some of the mocks had. Taking him in the 3rd round and putting him in a role where he is a complementary back, I think, is setting him up to be successful in the NFL. And I think all any player wants is a setup to be successful when they go to the next level.
And you want to get in the right system. And if you're an offensive player, regardless, you love to play for McVay and the LA Rams.
Yeah, no, that's certainly true. I feel like some of these guys are looking around at the situation they're in and saying, all right, we liked it over there in Ann Arbor, and think we're going to like it in our new home as well.
Absolutely.
All right.